Hello and welcome to the workshop. Now today I'm going to be talking about lightsabers. So last year I didn't share this on YouTube building this, I built this, which is my steampunk version of Darth Vader's lightsaber. So it's all built from brass, and my intention was that I would make a blade for it. Now I actually found somebody on eBay who was parting out a Master Replica's saber. So I bought the Master Replica's blade. The issue was I bought a blade for Anakin's lightsaber. I stupidly thought that was going to be a red Darth Vader lightsaber, and of course it wasn't. It was a blue saber because it's Anakin's saber from the prequels. So I ended up with this blue saber blade. It's a very nice blade, but I can't use it in this saber because I want a red one, because I want a Darth Vader one. So when I took this to Steampunks in Space, I just put a hard drive motor in the end to make an emitter and left it at that, called it good. But I still had that idea that I did want to put a blade in it. So I've been looking on various sites at trying to get a blade, and I could not find anything that was sort of, from any reputable seller, that was sort of sub £100. So I was then browsing on eBay and I found this. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so we can see all of it. Now, this is a laser sword, according to the packaging. That's probably because they don't have whatever trademark they need for the word lightsaber. And this is in black. It says black there, and then there's a box there for silver. Now the interesting thing was, on the listing there was no option to choose whether you wanted a black hilt or a silver hilt, so I'm assuming these are just sent out at random. So I ordered this, and it cost me the grand total of £19.99. So I'm going to open this up and we can have a little look at it. I have already had this out the box and just checked it works, because at that price it was a distinct possibility that it wouldn't. But this is the hilt and this is the blade. Anybody noticing a problem here? This blade is about 3/4 the length of the Master Replica's blades, because this is actually child size. This is a child size lightsaber. Now nothing in the listing actually said that, but nevertheless this is a child size lightsaber blade. And this is our hilt. Now the size of the hilt I'm not really bothered about at all, because it's going to go inside that brass tube. Because that will very easily fit inside there. I'll just have to drill a hole through and put something to push that button, which turns it on. Now, if I put this together, it just screws together. And bear in mind that the lighting down here is actually quite bright. And you can still see that. Now, the annoying thing here is, even if I hold this absolutely still, it still makes a noise. That's because the sound module in this is just playing that sound on a timer. There is a way to solve this, which is if you go down the back here, you can unscrew this and then you can just unplug the speaker. And then it's quiet. But yeah, so that, if you can see, is red. And if you press the button again, it goes green, then it goes blue, then it goes yellow, then it goes pink, which as far as I know isn't a colour that the Jedi have ever used. Then it goes blue again, then it goes white, well, sort of pinkish white, then it goes back to red. And if you hold the button in for 3 seconds, it goes off. Now, the interesting thing with this is at this price point of $19.99, I think this is worth it anyway, just for the the super bright LED module. The other side to this is that just here, there's two little Allen keys, so you can actually remove this plastic blade from this housing. Now online, there's a number of places that sell just the plastic blades without any LEDs in them. And you can buy it with the tip and the blade for £16. Meaning all in, this will owe me approximately £36, which is about a third the cost of getting any other method of doing this. So providing I can change that blade, which if that is either 1 inch diameter or 7/8 inch diameter, I can, then I think we're onto a winner here. So what I'm going to do now is go and get a set of calipers. These haven't been used for a while, and it looks like the batteries are dead. Or is it just the battery compartment's shot? Never mind. We are not needing super accuracy on this anyway. All we're really needing is a measurement across there. So if I take that and then we super inaccurately just put this against a tape measure, this is a 7/8 inch blade. So a 7/8 inch blade can be bought, and I will put a link in the description to where you can buy one from, for £16. So that's, you have to buy a piece of tubing and then the end cap separately. But that is thin wall frosted tubing. And this thing now won't turn itself off. No matter. Anyway, so we'll rejoin this video once I've ordered a blade. Well, it's now some time later and this has arrived. So this is ordered from Saber Forge, and it is a lightsaber blade. So this is 1 meter long, and I've also got the end caps for it just there. So this is a 3/8 inch piece of tubing, which is the same as this. So let's see if this lightsaber, this very cheap eBay hilt, has enough gumption to actually light this thing. Looks like we're going to need an Allen key. I guess a 2mm. Now I am going to have to cut this down somewhat, because I believe that this should actually be about 10 or so centimetres shorter than this. But for now we'll just do a little test to see if this can put enough light out. I mean, it does diminish a little bit. Wonder if it'll be any better with the end cap in. You'll start to get reflection back. You do to a certain extent. It's not brilliant. Interesting. Just going to try putting this, what appears to be reflective film from the cheapo lightsaber, into the more expensive one. Let's just see if that does anything. It does sort of help. Still not great. If I just spin this round so we can see in the mirror, that's sort of the effect we're getting. If I dim some lights, it might be a little better. It's not bad, considering how cheap this thing was. Let's have a look at putting this into my hilt. Okay, so the first thing we're going to have to do is dismantle this hilt, which should be relatively easy because I just built this with a piece of threaded bar down the centre of it, which isn't how it's going to have to be now. So we're going to have to drill some holes through here to let the sound out from the speaker, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. What's potentially more of a problem is that this currently doesn't fit because of all these nuts and bolts inside. I don't know if you can see that. Is potentially problematic. That one can probably move easy enough. That one's going to need grinding off. This is not going to be as straightforward as I first thought. Okay. Let's have a look. The good news with this is that it does mean that clamping it in place should be relatively easy. And that can just drop straight into there. That isn't even going to really need a great deal more holding it than that. That will help, certainly. Not sure why it sits off centre, whether we can do anything about that. We are going to have to drill a hole for the power button, which is going to be around about there. Question is, do we also drill a hole for the charging jack so this never has to come out again? I think we do. So let's take this over to the drill press and drill some holes. Let's start with a 4. Oh, I think this power button is going to have to be, I think it's going to have to be even bigger than 10mm. The charging jack will be 10mm. Oh, that's easy, we can drill that out with a 10mm bit. The other one, we will have to use a step bit. Well, I say we can drill it with a 10mm bit. We probably can't because the throat depth on this pillar drill's crap. Oh no, looks like we can. Good. That's blown through in a weird way. God, I hate this drill press. Okay, so the next thing to do is to take this, which is the mount for the speaker, and I'm going to be adding this steel repair washer to the back of it, but first I need to drill a load of little holes in this to let the sound out from the speaker. Now this doesn't have to look neat, so that does make things easier. Okay, that's got a bit warm.